and there's nothing else. So, you know,
protecting who?
I told you already. But
your family.
Absolutely.
From what?
I'm not going to talk about it. The more we go down that road, you know, it becomes this useless cycle.
Over and over. He wouldn't explain.
This is where we're always ending up.
And so a family's frustration and grief will remain without a final resting place. Surfers are a tight crew. When one dies, they gather for what's called a paddle out ceremony. And this was Chris's crew. Friends from high school, work, family, gathered at the beach on the Central Coast where Chris and Paul grew up. There were flowers and memories, laughter, tears. Chris Smith may be buried somewhere in the great big desert, but this is where his spirit lives on, in the crashing surf he loved.
That's all for this edition of Dateline. We'll see you again Sunday at 7, 6 Central. And of course, I'll see you each weeknight for NBC Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
Live on NBC 12, this is News Watch 12 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Jukic. Memorial Day is the unofficial start of the busy summer travel season, but more people on the road can also mean more problems, especially for law enforcement. AAA projects an estimated 720,000 Wisconsinites will drive this weekend, which is almost 40,000 more from last year. The Northwoods is a popular destination area, and tourism will rise starting this weekend. Deputy Sheriff Andrew Berg with the Oneida County Sheriff's Department says his team will be out in full force to keep people safe.
Like I said, with the increased amount of people, that means more traffic, more people are ending up driving on the roads, creating hazards. A lot of people end up speeding to get to their destination a little bit quicker.
The heavy travel isn't the only danger on the roads. The department is also cracking down on drinking and driving. Conrad, it was a beautiful day to spend outside.
Yes,
What can we expect this weekend?
Yeah, it was another nice day out there, right? 70s. Get ready, Jessica, because even warmer temperatures are just a couple of days away. Look at this. Earlier today, 70s all over the area. Even a couple of spots did hit around 80 degrees. Look at Ashland, 81 degrees. So, wow, we had lots of warm air well above what we should be for this time of year. Average high, guess what? 70 degrees. We made it. Finally, we are almost in June, and temperatures are absolutely feeling like it. Right now, it's starting to cool down. We are at 48 right now in town, 49 in Eagle River. Arbor Vitae, though, is still a little bit warm in those mid-50s at the moment. But tonight, we will all continue to cool down and clear up with just a few passing clouds overnight all throughout the state. Good night to go outside, watch the stars. The wind is starting to die down right now. Only a 3-mile-an-hour wind here in town. Antigo, Wausau, Mosinee area, same story. Winds are only gusting at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, though, a nice and quiet night. Temperatures will continue cooling off, hovering in those lower 40s. Jessica?
On Wednesday, we aired a video of a fight that happened at Lakeland Union High School on May 17th. The video shows 2 students in a bathroom at the high school involved in a brawl while an onlooking student filmed the incident. Our news director, Jeff Weller, sat down with the parent of the student who was expelled for last week's attack at Lakeland High School. She says there are 2 sides to every story. To protect the identity of the minor child, she has requested not to be identified.
You're not denying that your daughter was involved in a fight in the bathroom at Lakeland Union High School.
Correct.
Okay? As a result of that fight, your daughter was expelled. There is clear cell phone images of someone videotaping that fight in the bathroom. And when I look at that video, I see, was that staged, right? Meaning, did your daughter go in there deliberately to hurt or harm this individual?
I don't believe so. She's not a violent or aggressive child. She's never been in trouble before this, so I don't believe that those were her intentions.
Are you saying that the violence that took place in that bathroom was justified?
No.
Okay. And that violence was a result, as you told me on the phone, of your daughter, you say, being bullied or being
antagonized,
provoked.
yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
So prior to this incident, this other girl and my daughter have been having issues for a few weeks. I have contacted the school, left messages. I never had one phone call returned. Monday and Tuesday, the other girl was the aggressor towards my daughter. Teachers were involved in both of those altercations, and they walked my daughter out of the school, never contacted the parents. The weeks prior to that, she was expressing she didn't want to be at school. She was finding every excuse to not go to school or leave school. It was, Mom, I've been telling you guys, I've been telling you and my grandma that this girl's been bothering me, you know, like I'm doing everything I can to ignore it. She's not a confrontational person. She's really quiet. So for her to explode like that, it had to have taken a lot. Like I said, it was going on for weeks prior to this.
You bring up racism and bullying. We previously talked about bullying. Let's talk about the racism. Why do you feel like she's being, why do you bring up that word?
Because of some of the racial slurs that the other girl has made towards my daughter.
It seems to me that, fights happen in high schools. They happen in high schools, right? This one, you've brought in a racial component to Lakeland Union High School. You spoke to me on the phone and you said the reason you believe you're not being called back is because of the color of your skin. Do you still believe that?
I do. I believe that it does have a lot to do with it. I know this isn't the first altercation that resulted because of racism. Lakeland's been open 66 years, and it's probably the racism has been there since the doors opened. I guess I would like to see Lakeland, try to do a better job as to when parents are calling to let the school know that there's issues going on, to try to stop it before it gets to the point that it got with my daughter. Returning a phone call, an email, text. There's all kinds of options out there. And this high school can say, it's because they don't have enough teachers or whatever, but that's not an excuse.
For the parents out there who are watching who say, situation, this taunting and this bullying should never be met with violence.
Right.
What do you tell them?
Teach your children better. Racism is not brand new. This has been going on for generations and generations. It's not something that kids are taught this. It's not something that they just know.
But at the end of the day, your daughter physically harmed someone in that bathroom. They became a victim, much like you're saying your daughter is a victim of racism in the school. Do two wrongs make a right?
Not at all.
Okay. Have you had that talk with your daughter?
Of course.
Right.
Newswatch 12 did receive a response from Lakeland Union District Administrator Robert Smoody, refraining from commenting on the topic at this time. In the email, Smoody says, quote, to respond in any way about the student and ongoing discipline process would be a violation of the student's due process in regards to this incident, so we cannot and will not comment on that particular topic. Smoody went on to say, quote, in regards to comments in direct relation to the school's principal, Mr. Gorky, he was not involved with this situation until the day of the physical altercation. Our administrative team works very hard to try to prevent any such incident and investigate all reports of behavior that could result in student confrontation. No matter where we are in that process, students choosing to engage in physical violence will never be condoned by the district and oftentimes will impede our ability to investigate concerns in an effective and timely manner, end quote. Governor Tony Evers and Senator Tammy Baldwin have released a statement in regards to the ongoing road dispute in Lac du Flambeau. In the letter, they say they're frustrated and disappointed by the lack of work done to resolve this issue by both the tribe and the town. They say that mediation is long past due to resolve the issue. Governor Evers' office says they have provided a list of potential mediators to the tribe. They're asking the parties to consider this list as starting point to begin the process. The governor and senators say that they are keeping communication open with all parties and that this delays harms the people of Wisconsin, whether they're tribal members, impacted homeowners, or other members of our communities. Currently, the barriers on the tribal roads are taken down while the town and tribe negotiate for a 90-day period, which ends in June. Road work is underway in Rhinelander. Coming up, we'll have a look at what projects are nearing completion after Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Our phones keep us constantly connected. But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? To limit screen time, but not quality time. And to give us rhythm instead of algorithms. Introducing Us Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Flow aluminum dock systems are made to bring time at the lake to a whole new level. You can create any layout you want and accessorize it for comfort and fun. They are strong, stable, safe, and they add a beautiful touch to your shoreline that will last indefinitely. Maybe it's time to join the thousands of other families that have turned their dock into a shoreline paradise. Maybe it's time for a Flow from Jensen Akins of Conover or Three Lakes Docks and Lifts.
This is how legends 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, current Chevy owners get a $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99, plus they'll give you $200.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Yeah.
US Cellular, built for us.
Happy Friday and welcome back. Another nice looking day out there today, not only here in Wisconsin, pretty much all over the United States. High pressure is building. The ridge is continuing to form. Look at these temperatures all the way up in Canada right now are still into the 70s. It's going to stay warm. It's actually going to continue to warm up the next few days. We're looking at Memorial Day on Monday, temperatures around 80 degrees, and then we enter those mid 80s the next few days. Even Thursday into Friday, we still have some above average temperatures. There's also a little bit of danger that comes to that. It might be 80, 85 outside and sunny, but the water temperatures are still cold. Lake Superior in the 30s. Right now, the buoys are showing temperatures are in the 30s in the center part of the lake. A couple of 40s are showing up there right by the piers, a little bit closer and shallower. So things are a little bit warmer, but overall, though, it is still cold. Lakes around here are still cold as well. well, where temperatures are hovering close to 50 degrees. Right now, though, overall, though, we are pretty clear, and we will continue to have mostly clear skies all throughout these overnight hours tonight. Here in Wisconsin, the Midwest, upper Midwest, even down south is pretty quiet right now. Finally, Atlanta, Georgia is starting to clear up. A little bit more rain in North and South Carolina at the moment. A subtropical storm there. Rip currents are a big issue, so be careful if you have anyone out there. Overall, though, pretty clear. The west does have a couple of isolated showers, some thunderstorms in and around the Denver area, but things are pretty much calming down. It is also dry here in town. Dew points in the 20s, 30s, so not looking too bad at the moment, but by tomorrow, once again, it's going to be extra dry. So that means more fire weather danger here in the Northwoods, especially. This is for today and tomorrow. It's going to be pretty much the same story with not much rain anytime soon, maybe Wednesday into the Thursday time frame, and that's when dew points will finally start to rise. It's going to feel a little bit less dry and more sticky outside, more muggy, with more chances of thunderstorms arriving. Tonight, though, pretty quiet out there. Winds are going to be calm, mostly clear skies, temperatures around 40 degrees. I'd say a good night to go outside, watch the stars, enjoy the beginning of a nice and long weekend. Just bring a sweater. It's going to be a little bit chilly. Tomorrow, though, put on some sunscreen and some shades. It's going to get hot and sunny. We're looking at temperatures around 77, mostly sunny, and a light breeze out of the southwest around 10, maybe 15 miles an hour. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a nice look at Memorial Day. Temperatures around 81 degrees. Lots of sunshine this weekend right through Monday and then into Tuesday. Once again, temperatures starting to climb into those mid-80s. Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, we're looking at more chances of showers and thunderstorms. Jessica?
The Pentagon is stepping up security to stop the unauthorized removal of classified material. The Pentagon Force Protection Agency says it's increasing security screenings and measures for employees entering and exiting the building. The move comes after an Air National Guardsman, Jack Teixeira, was charged under the Espionage Act for a massive leak of classified documents. After the leak, the Defense Secretary ordered a 45-day review of defense security programs, policies, and procedures. The review should be completed in the next few days. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has updated her guidance on when the U.S. will start defaulting on its financial obligations. She now says that will happen June 5th if a deal on the debt ceiling is not reached. Previously, Yellen estimated it could happen as early as June 1st. The new guidance buys at least a few days while negotiators work to hammer out a deal. Now that tourism season is underway, Rhinelander residents aren't the only ones who have to navigate road construction. The intersection of Oneida and Lincoln Street is one of Rhinelander's busiest areas. It's been closed down for just over a month, and workers are getting the final preparations ready before blacktopping.
Well, we're above schedule, which is always good. The weather's been good to us. So as we move forward, we're hoping in the next week or so to have this with the base course down. That way we could reopen the intersection and work our way to the north down Oneida, Anderson, and King.
Although the intersection will be open, the rest of Oneida Street project will continue through the summer. Another project is just getting underway on Timber Drive. Both city projects are digging down 20 feet to replace critical infrastructure. The city hopes to have the Timber Drive and Oneida Street projects completed by fall. A pair of sisters from the Northwoods have the opportunity to represent the state of Wisconsin. Coming up, we'll hear from the Miljovich sisters on what it means to represent the Badger State.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Let's go.
Seatbelts?
Nah, don't worry about it.
All right. Those dudes are going nowhere fast.
Donald Driver!
Buckle up, fellas. If you don't, it can cost you money or worse.
I told you.
You were right.
Click it or kick it. Together, we can save lives.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Parks and stuff. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
I got a 6th sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Get 2.49% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $750 purchase allowance on Buick Encore GX models. Visit your North Central Wisconsin Buick dealer.
It's huge Memorial Day savings on new boats and pontoons at American Marine in Shawano. Now until May 31st, we are matching $1,000 deposits.
Here at American Marine, we got more boats in stock than anyone, anywhere.
You looking for a new fishing boat? We've got a whole showroom full.
Our pontoons more your style? We have a bigger selection than anyone.
We'll beat any competing price by $500. 3 giant showrooms of boats, pontoons, plus $1,000 matching deposits. Only at American Marine Shawano.
Hi, Bob Pucci for Take Kid Hunting Foundation. We're having the Eagle River Gun Show this weekend at the Ice Arena on Highway 70. Admission is $7, 14 under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 p.m. to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 3.
The Wisconsin Youth Soccer Association has released the teams that will represent the state in the Midwest tournament coming up in St. Louis. Out of the hundreds of girls who tried out, only a small handful were able to qualify for the team and start their path to a potential spot on the women's national team. 2 of those players happen to live right in our backyard and in the same house. Newswatch 12 Saul Meyer has the story on the Miljevich sisters and their opportunity of a lifetime.
All the countless hours I've put in, all the hard work, the determination, it feels really great.
2 players from the Northwoods have been selected to represent the state of Wisconsin at the Midwest Regional Soccer Tournament happening in about a month.
All these girls try out from like Milwaukee and the Madison areas, and then there's just these 2 northern Wisconsin girls.
The kicker of this story? They're sisters.
Me and my sister do a lot together, and another team that we both got selected for in the state is just another opportunity.
Ella and Sophie Miljevich have the opportunity to not only represent the state of Wisconsin, but the Northwoods as well.
It feels really great because all like the girls that get selected are from like big cities like Milwaukee and Madison and all those teams, and they have like big leagues down there, and so it's really awesome that me and my sister made it to this team.
The team had hundreds of players all across the state try out, but only a handful of athletes were selected to represent the Badger State.
I actually feel really great. It's really cool to be picked out of a bunch of girls, and there's only a roster of 18 girls throughout the entire state, so that's really cool.
In a few weeks, this dynamic duo will compete on the biggest stage and against the biggest teams.
On June 16th to the 18th, me and my sister are going down to Missouri to compete against 11 other states and to represent the state of Wisconsin.
Reporting in Rhinelander, I'm Saul Meyer, Newswatch 12.
The Brewer crew are on game 2 of a 3-game series against the San Francisco Giants. Yesterday didn't end in the Brewers' favor, falling to the Giants in a shutout 5-0. But the crew is leaving the past behind them and looking toward game 2 to turn out better. The Brewers started strong in the bottom of the first when Christian Yelich hit a grounder to score Darren Ruff to put them on the board first. But in the top of the second inning, Henninger hit a homer right over the wall to put the Giants up 2-1. San Francisco takes the lead and just continues to further it, scoring again in the top of the second inning. At this point, the Brewers begin to struggle not getting any runs or stopping any, and it only gets worse for the crew. In the bottom of the second inning, Brian Anderson is up at bat, and he hits a foul ball, and it unfortunately landed in the Brewers' dugout and hit teammate Willie Adames. Adames had to leave the game and was replaced by Bryce Terang. The Brewers go on to lose game 2, 15-1. The U.S. Senior Open Championships is now a month away. The location is Century World in Stevens Point, but there's qualifying rounds to get through first before you can get to the big championship. One qualifying site for the Big Open was held only 4 miles away at Stevens Point Country Club. There were over 60 entries, but only 2 players can move on. Mike Smith, based out of Australia, took the top qualifying spot, and Bradley Lanning from Hortonville, Wisconsin, took the second qualifying spot and will move on to the Senior Open Championships. More after the break.
When you get Spectrum One, you get fast, reliable internet for $49.99. I mean, I could stop right there, but I won't because, surprise, you find out you're also getting free advanced Wi-Fi with Security Shield, which makes it an even better deal. Until another surprise. You find out you're also getting a free line of unlimited mobile with 5G. Amazing! Surprise again. You also get Speed Boost, which makes your Spectrum mobile speeds even faster when you're connected to Wi-Fi. Surprise, it's me. That's a lot of surprises. I should just popped out of that. Point is, with Spectrum One, you're going to be very surprised by all the free stuff you get. Or you would be if I hadn't already just told you. But still, when you get in there, could you act surprised? Well, something for the people in the store. Get Spectrum One. Internet for just $49.99. Plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile. Visit spectrum.com/surprise, a Spectrum store, or call 844-7-SURPRISE today.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $500 purchase allowance on an XT5 and XT6.
And Doug.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
So you only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Bye, Uncle Emu.
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
As visitors begin to flock the Northwoods for summer, many of them will be taking in the nature around them. That includes mountain bike riders coming from all across the country to check out the Windman Trails in Vilas County. The 1,300-acre site opened for the season today and is located between Manitowish Waters and Winchester. Windman Trails is unveiling one of their biggest improvements, a new skills park. The director of operations is excited to share the new addition with the public.
What skills parks allow for is people in a confined setting to continue to practice and improve the skills that they'll ultimately take out onto the trails themselves.
The skills park was made for families to ride together. All the trails will ride one way to ensure safety and better terrain features. We'll have a final check of the forecast after the break, but first, here's a look at today's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. You're going to need a bigger boat. All right, I've got a question for you. Which species of fish dresses the best? Well, obviously the answer is the swordfish because it always looks sharp. All right, well, anyway, we'll move along with this week's Big Old Fish. And we start off with Isaac Kratzer, who says it's never too cold to be fishing. And he was ripping lips on March 15th when he caught this absolute tank of a brown trout. Well, I don't know what else to say. I really like your enthusiasm. And that is one Big Old Fish. Isaac, way to go. Keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Joe Denise, who was fishing on Green Bay when he caught this 21-inch tank of a smallie. I pretty much think it goes without saying, 21 inches, smallmouth. Yeah, that is one Big Old Fish, Joe. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Finley Dietrich. Now, it says he may be the luckiest angler. Now, let alone the fact that he's 3 years old. But he caught this absolute toad of a smallie that measured in at 18 inches on his first cast while fishing on Lake Lucerne with his dad. Well, again, 18 inches, smallmouth. Man, Finley, that is one Big Old Fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling Taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, Don.
Hang on tight,
Wisconsin? Because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with a progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
Hi, Bob Pucci for Take Kid Hunting Foundation. We're having the Eagle River Gun Show this weekend at the Ice Arena on Highway 70. Admission is $7, 14 under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 p.m. to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 3.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. For more than 90 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When entering a negotiation, it helps to have that reputation on your side. We have the talent and resources to take on the big corporations. For regular people all over Wisconsin. Habish, & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. With the money we saved, we tried electric unicycles.
I think I got it.
Doggy paddle. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get an Explorer and get 0% APR financing for 36 months, $1,000 low APR cash, and $1,000 retail bonus cash. See your dealer.
I like to move it. You like to move it.
We're reinventing our network.
Move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
Move it.
Huge online auction, 3 Lakes, Wisconsin. 77 firearms, ski and nautique boats, boat lifts, tanker truck, kayaks, trailers, tools, antiques, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Well, Serenity and Conrad, the commencement speaker at UMass Boston's graduation ceremony, didn't just provide words of wisdom. He also gave the grads some cold, hard cash. Billionaire Rob Hale surprised the new graduates by giving them each $1,000. Every graduate received 2 envelopes, and each contained $500. Hale said one envelope, which said gift on it, was for themselves. The other envelope, which said giveaway, was for them to give away. What an awesome surprise.
Wow. No, like
not something you hear every day.
No, because that's amazing. That's how you give back.
I know, right?
Wow, no, that's great.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow, $1,000 just like that, especially people getting out of high school or college. It's like
you need it the most.
Really need it. Exactly. Yeah. Especially with these warmer temperatures, might as well enjoy the outdoors. Taking a look outside, pretty clear. Most of us just have a few passing clouds. I would recommend going out, maybe enjoying the stars tonight. It's going to be a little chilly though, a bit dry as well the next several days. So I know it's maybe tempting to go outside and start a bonfire, enjoy the outdoors, but be careful. I would not recommend that, especially since we've been very, very dry, and we will be dry the next several days. Temperatures, though, will be in the 80s. I'm excited about that. Memorial Day, we're looking at 81 degrees and lots of sunshine. Next week, we're talking about mid-80s, so get ready. It's going to get hot.
Wow, definitely a nice time to get outside this weekend.
I know, exactly.
Thank you, Conrad. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here next week. Have a great weekend.
Today, it seems everyone can be their own service technician thanks to the internet. From servicing their own cars and engines to home remodels and projects, people are trying a little of everything. Here at Maher Water Corporation, we employ nationally certified and factory-trained technicians to keep your water treatment systems working to their full lives. We will treat you like our own family.
So if you want us to service your equipment, give us a call. But if you're the fix-it-yourself kind of person, we'll enjoy your funny video clips.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Get 11% off everything in Menards and start your next project today. Greenworks 40-volt tools are lightweight, start instantly, and require virtually no maintenance. Right now, pick up this Greenworks